Alright folks, here we are back at it one more time. This is Big Willie coming back to you, this time with Holding It Down. Now this was kind of a fun one here folks, where essentially at the beginning I'm playing out of this central crater here, more or less in the center of the map. Now a good little spot, good little ambush point here in between A and B. You know, playing operations on the defense here. This is basically the beginning of the game. Okay, it is the beginning of the game. Like I said, I kind of get hunkered down here, playing out of this crater. You know, the first two objectives essentially. Now, you know, I posted an earlier video here with this trench gun, and essentially this is a little bit of an extension of it. Same type of gameplay. Now here we go to actually make a bayonet charge, to where I'm out of bounds with like 2 seconds left, just in time. Okay. You know, it's a fun little loadout. You know, you get the anti-tank nades, you know, the dino. And, you know, this is just a good, valid gun here, this trench gun. So, you know, it's a good combination between, you know, the up-close hip fire and the ADS at the medium to longer range now. And it just, you got all your bases covered. You know, you can carry a gas nade, you can carry a stick nade. You know, I like the dino. And, you know, it's just a fun way to play. Essentially, it's funny. And as you can see now, this trench gun really is deadly. Now that guy got saved by the bell. As we win the first round now. You know, it's just funny. Now here we go, round 2. We actually get pushed back right away.
We are losing objective butter.
In this particular round now.
Return to the combat area.
Essentially I'm trolling, you know, the outskirts like I like to do. And in this particular case, it pays off where I catch this guy sleeping, you know, jab him with the bayonet. And, you know, it's been a successful little type gameplay. You know, here it is, advance ahead now. Here we go into where it becomes one continuous life. I decide to go ahead and fall back this time and defend C, and basically defend this outer gate, okay, for a little bit, a good little stretch here. And it kind of is fun because the rest of the gameplay now is one consecutive life. And I think Brivey ends up joining in, believe it or not, at one point. And it goes into an intermission to where I'm still alive. I think that's when he joins in. It's crazy. You know, extended life. And I like to show these gameplays because it's fun. And this guy just gets blown away here, clearly. The anti-tank made a little bit of overkill. But, you know, you just can't go wrong now. I'm fortunate enough in this position to have a guy that happens to be resupplying me. Now, this is a stick nade. Okay, and here he is. This guy's cleaning up on the resupplies in the meantime.
We are losing
but you know, this has just become a good little ambush point here for me. And you know, the multiple nades and the resupply is key. Anytime you can play as a squad, you know. And yeah, here it is where I'm just cleaning up over here on this corner. And now I decide to come back in. I realize that they're actually inside the ballroom. And I fall back and just start cleaning up now. You know, this was just a good little defense. Now here's a guy that's been resupplying me. I was fortunate to have him. And, you know, I'm calling out, don't forget, need my ammo, this and that. But, you know, it was just a successful little gameplay. You know, there's nothing wrong with being defensive now. You know, like I said, it just plays right into this this loadout as well. And, you know, it's funny that I was thinking to myself, like, I don't see the trench gun that much. as far as like, and here it is just in action, like I said, cleaning up. But as far as getting killed by it, I just don't see that many people using it, and I'm surprised because it really is just a valid competitive weapon now. As you can see, just strong in defense, okay? But you can use this thing offensively. Like I said, you get the bayonet. And with the assault class, you know, you can carry the nades, the multiple nades. And it's just a strong way to go. Okay, what can I tell you now? And here it is, the resupplies are just really paying off for me. And you know, in the meantime, these guys are getting all kinds of points as well. So it's you know, I'm not the only one here that stands to benefit, so to speak. You know, actually, in hindsight, this would be fun to go back and see exactly how many nades I do end up throwing. Okay, as far as the, you know, right on cue, here we go with another stick grenade, but, you know, as far as the resupply, it just seems like, you know, I was constantly able to lob these bad Larrys down there and just, you know, it really paid off as far as defending this outer flank in this particular case. Now, it's funny here, I do start editing out a little bit for time, but at one particular point I decided to turn back. Here's where it is to where I ventured inside and then just my gut told me to come take one last look. Okay, sure enough, just on instinct, alright, there you go folks. I mean, does it get much better than that? You know, pure instinct, Nate. Alright, now, it was basically a solo act that I was able to keep him off this outer flank, but also too, like I said, there it is again with the ammo. I can't say enough of what it means to be able to get resupplied or healed or revived in that case, and you know, that's what squad play is all about, and it does pay off to have a couple guys that you can count on. And you know, speaking of a couple guys, I believe Brian V does end up joining here shortly. Okay, as we hit intermission now, essentially we win the first 2 rounds, and essentially though it has been one continuous life for me, which I just, you know, got a kick out of that. And I always enjoy it when I'm able to survive that long. Playing a little operation, just put up a good stand, playing, defending. Now here we go with Bri V's jumping in. Oh yeah, I get a couple more in me. Basically, you know, he comes online, decides to join in. You know, I let him know that I'm essentially on one long life at this point. Just let, you know, tell him that I'm on a roll. And now here we go. Essentially, it's the same 3 objectives that we're defending, but this time I decided to patrol the middle. A little bit something different, you know, get out there a little bit and just start trolling these guys and show that, you know, you can use this trench gun a little more offensively. But you know, once again, I do prefer to try and engage these guys, you know, where I have the advantage. You know, that's to say that they don't necessarily know or see me before I see them. And you know, that's really the key. And that's what I like about you know, these bigger maps. You know, in this particular case it's 64 players, but it's spread out enough where I can still, you know, creep around and get some ambush kills. You know, and that's what I like to do. Essentially, that's what makes it fun for me. Now here we go with a little shovel kill. And you know, it was a good little mixed up gameplay, you know, some nades, a lot of trench gun, a couple bayonets, you know. And like I said, it's just a fun loadout, folks. Try it. Like I said, the assault class, trench gun, okay, and you know, anti-tank nade, stick nade. All right, it's just a fun time. What can I tell you? You know, staying alive, affecting the game, and you know, what can I say, folks? It's just when you got it, you got it. You know, I'm like Robert Redford in The Natural. What can I tell you? Now here it is, basically wrapping things up. You know, I'm just on the forefront, and just a funny one to end it, where I don't even see the guy. I can hear the gunshots. Then I look over, he's basically camoed in here. But you know, There's nowhere to run.
Dude,
There's
I'm
nowhere
on
to
a
hide.
fucking major league, like, just staying alive.
Good job.
We have defeated the Americans. We can be proud of ourselves, our country.